ain't shit. It's show. It's for show.
Fuck a Father's Day. What is that? Who's a father? What's a father? Fuck all y'all deadbeats. Get you a single mother. Fuck a father.
Fuck Father's Day. I do not celebrate Father's Day. Never have, never will. So this day does not exist to me.
Today Father's Day? Oh, I don't give a fuck. I'll be damned if I post a nigga. I'll be damned if I post my daddy today. Like, damn.
I don't give an F about Father's Day, and it's okay if you don't either.
Happy Father's Day to all the single mothers in the world, the ones who are holding it down all by themselves, the ones who are taking the trash out alone, making all the meals, putting the kids to bed. You, my darling, are an absolute.
There is a generation that curseth their father and doeth not bless their mother. There is a generation that are pure in their own eyes, and yet is not washed from their filthiness. Look at these damn degenerate ass children, man, cursing their father. And they ain't said nothing about their mother. And half of the time you don't even understand the dynamics, man. You just think that your father, he just had a child, which is you, with your mother, but you don't know the dynamics of that, man. You don't know the dynamics of that. Your father and your mother, well, they was grinding on each other, man. It take two to tangle, man. It take two to tangle, but a lot of the times the women are raised by bitter women, you know. Bitter women produce bitter women. And a lot of times the women chase off the man. That's what happened. You mad at your father, but a lot of times they was chased off. They wanted to be in your life, but they was not allowed. I have a daughter, Mom. I have a daughter outside of this family that I have, right? I got a daughter, my oldest daughter. I've never been in her life. Although, you know, I wanted to, they denied me access to her. Taught her to hang the phone up on me when she was a baby, you know. When she was like 3 and 4, I used to call her to talk to her, and her mom used to be in the background telling her to hang up on her. And the baby used to say, I'm about to hang up on you. I'm like, you better not hang up. I'm finna hang you up. I'm finna hang you up. I remember my daughter saying that, man, at 3, 4. And them laughing in the background. Then she hang it up, and I called back to try to talk to her. You know, only time that I was allowed to get her was when I was taking her shopping. And then I would take her shopping, and I would go to see her, and then all her brothers and sisters by other niggas got on her clothes. Even her brothers got on her clothes. You know what I'm saying? By other niggas. She done had babies by 2, 3 other niggas, and they mad because I come get my daughter and I take care of her, and she look better than the rest of those little snotty nose nappy head niggas. So they just give away her clothes and shit so she can, you know. And they taught her to not like me and to disrespect me. And to this very day, she still don't call me. I've never had a relationship. So a lot of y'all mad at your father, but you don't know the dynamics of what really happened. You know? And then it's sad because you see I'm gonna let this play. It's sad because you see these women talking all this trash, and then next thing you know she committing suicide because she don't have no help. You can't have it both. Either you gonna honor that man, you know what I'm saying, and let him husband you and let him father his children and support that man, or you gonna be disrespectful. You wanna be disrespectful and keep this man. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. And then you teach the children who taught these wicked ass niggas to dishonor their father, man? When did that shit start? They seen it from their mom. Ain't no sugarcoating this shit, man. So they was taught this shit. They was taught this shit, man. This shit is wicked. And you know who y'all learned that from? This white woman. Y'all learned that shit from Sarah and fucking Becky, man. This shit, you go back, I think you go back to my generation. Man, everybody in the house would crack if you raise your voice at your mom or your dad or look to dishonor your parents in any type of way, you get stumped the fuck out, man. Now they openly and proudly dishonor their elders, man. I think it's more on this, man. Verse 13. This is a generation, oh, how lofty are their eyes. Their eyes are lifted up. Yeah, they proud, man. 14. This is a generation whose teeth are as swords. Their jaw teeth as knives to devour the poor off the earth and the needy from among men. Yeah, it's the generation. They dangerous, man. I've been watching these young YNs knock out their fathers, man. This shit is sad, man. This shit is sad. It's sad, man. You know, and all you fathers, man. So a lot of you, all y'all not upright and righteous. There's a lot of wicked ass niggas that just went around no intention in taking care of your children, you know. So a man gotta take responsibility too, man. Stop having these children and you won't intending on taking care of this woman and taking care of children. You eating all the fucking cereal. All you do is play the Xbox and smoke weed. You a bum ass nigga, man. You a bum ass nigga. And to the females out there, stop laying down with these bum ass niggas, man. If all he got is an Xbox and 2 pair of Jordans, leave him a fuck alone, man. Let him go about his business. Stop laying down with these niggas, man. They going from mama, then they stay with their girlfriend and go back to their mama house, then they go to their aunt house, then they live with their homeboy for a second, then they find another woman with 3-4 kids. Stop. What's wrong? Look, man. Stop laying down with these wicked ass, no good ass niggas. Oh, you like these niggas, man. These are niggas that y'all selecting. So you what type of kids you think you gonna have, man? This shit is beyond me, man. It's Sirach 16:1. Desire not a multitude of unprofitable children, neither delight in ungodly sons, right? Though they multiply, rejoice not in them, except the fear of the Lord be with them. Yeah. You know, you looking at your son, and you raising this little nigga, and he don't have the fear of the Lord. Hey man, don't rejoice on that little nigga was. Hey, look, the Lord didn't choose everybody. And y'all in this truth, and you teaching your children they know the scriptures, man, front and back. A lot of these children, even though they know that scriptures, they gonna rise up and be wicked as hell, and then they gonna try to blame it. Well, what was really going? No, your ass you never feared the Lord, man. You always wanted to do it your own way, man.
How does an involved father influence a daughter's confidence and self-worth?
Like, as somebody that has been on both sides of the spectrum, like I feel like when a father is present, he first want to tell her she's beautiful. He knows what to expect, and what it teaches her is, I feel like when you grow up without a man in the household, you don't understand a man. You don't know what it's like, what their mannerism is, how they solve problems.
And if I could interject, man, it's a certain cool to a woman that was raised by a man. You know, if you pay attention, women with father, they more likely to be chill, more likely to be cool. You see, a child has to be balanced, man. The child has to get certain things from their mother, and it has to get certain things from its father. So that daughter, she is certain aspects, that chill, that coolness, that understanding the man stepping back. She gonna get that from her father, man. She gonna get that from her father. So if her father ain't there, it's certain aspects of life that she not gonna have, man. Certain things that she gonna need as a mother and as a wife that she won't obtain. See, man, look, man. A woman need a certain amount of chill. She need a certain amount of collect. She need a certain amount of security. See, the women, when they raise with their father, certain shit they don't worry about.
What that looks like, because it's completely different from
That's
a
true.
woman.
Yes.
So I think that when a father is involved, in the confidence that he builds in his daughter is, and not even just from a being beautiful perspective, but he teach her hard work, leadership. He teach her what these other men is looking for, because he was a man that was once looking for it. And he gives her a window into their world to prepare her so that she'll be able to scour the land. Because men, I'm telling you, they are natural predators. So the way that they...
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 7. It says, "For yourselves know how ye ought to follow us, for we behave not ourselves disorderly among you. Neither did we eat any man's bread for naught, but wrought with labor and travail night and day, that we might not be chargeable to any of you, not because we have not power, but to make ourselves an ensample unto you to follow us. For even when we were with you, this we commanded you, that if any would not work, neither should he eat." See? And these are the niggas that y'all choosing. You choosing, for some reason, you want to choose a nigga that you taking care of. You know? A mama's boy. You know? And then when you get the results, then you complain about this nigga. You hate all men. You know, and that's the counsel. You know, be aware of who you lay down with. You know, a lot of these men, I'm just gonna say it. If he didn't have his father in his life, he's gonna be less suitable for marriage. I'm not saying that it's not possible. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm saying that he's gonna carry the traits of his mother. I'm not saying that he's gonna be funny. I'm just saying the way his decision making, because he didn't see his father make decisions. He didn't see the sternness. He didn't see the calmness. He didn't see the unmovableness. You know, he didn't see that. He seen his mother panic when something came up. He seen her cry and drink and, you know, yell. He didn't see that patient, that steady patience of a man. See, a man don't shake. He never seen that. So you marry this man, when you panic, he panic. You know? Why? Because his mother raised him. Same thing with a woman, you know. She's gonna, and a lot of people gonna get mad about this. It's just the truth. That woman, if she didn't have a father, she didn't grow up with a father, she don't know a man. She don't know a man. You know, so she gon' anytime a man speak, you know, that stern, deep voice is a lot of times she gonna run from it. She gonna think it's always, no, that's just how men talk, man. That's just how men are. But if she ain't raised with that, she's not used to that, you know, she gonna run from it. It's gonna be offensive to her. I'm gonna play this video, but look, man, if the nigga don't work, he shouldn't eat, man. And if he don't work and shouldn't eat, why you marrying this nigga? The Lord said he shouldn't even eat. Why would you give what's most precious about you to him when the Lord said this nigga shouldn't even eat? I'm gonna play this video.
Our Father.
And her father has instructed her about, man, the same way I've instructed my daughters. You know, a lot of these children, and then a lot of you children, you got a good father, and he instructs you about life, and you despise his word, do exact opposite as what your parents tell you. Your father, you go out into the world and you so rebellious, you can't wait to do what your father said don't do. And then everything that he said was gonna happen to you happened, and you spite your father after that, man. There is no whole child without a father. If he don't have a father, he's not gonna be whole. If she don't have a father, she's gonna be incomplete. It ain't no way around it. You know. Hold on, let's get another precept. And I got a few more videos. It says, "A wise daughter shall bring an inheritance to her husband, but she that lives dishonestly is her father's heaviness," right? Why? Because she gonna end up by herself, man. Or she gonna end up back at home. You know? But that wise daughter shall bring an inheritance to her husband. Why? Because she respects men. So when you looking for a wife, also, you know, counsel for a man, when you looking for a wife, see if she had a father. You know, ask her what's the relationship between you and your father. And she starts saying, man, fuck that nigga. My dad's a deadbeat, you know. My dad's a deadbeat. F that nigga. So-and-so, man, hey, bro, run as fast as you can. You know, because if she don't honor her father, there's no way she's going to honor you. There's no way. You meet a woman and you ask her about her father. I love my dad. You know, I really honor my dad. I want you to meet my dad. Hey, man, you got something going. And you see the dynamics between her and her father. She honor her father. You know what I'm saying? Her father can speak to her and she listen to her father. You know who she gonna listen to? She gonna listen to you. She gonna honor you. But this little girl, this woman that don't honor her father, she ain't gonna honor you. And if she don't honor her father, guess what? She's not shit. She's not fittable for marriage, man. The same thing with a son, these little YNs, man. You women, you looking for a husband, see if this nigga honors his father. And if he had a father in his life, oh, fuck my dad. Fuck, I don't even know OG. If I see him, I'm gonna hit that. Man, you better run. Because if he hit his father in the mouth, guess who else's mouth he gonna hit? See, fathers, man. Fathers, without a father, you have, look, a father is the life source. The Lord created Adam first. From everything came Adam. A father. I'm gonna play this video.
You could beat her?
I know I can beat her.
You know you can beat her. Very confident.
I'm very confident.
And you say it so easily. Why?
Because I believe it.
Cut right here, if you don't mind. And let me tell you what. What she said it with so much confidence the first time. But if you keep going on and on,
Listen, we can't keep interrupting. I mean, if you want...
You got to understand that you're dealing with an image of a 14-year-old child. And this child gonna be out there playing when your old ass and me gonna be in the grave. When she says something, we done told you what's happening. You're dealing with a little black kid, and let her be a kid. She done answered it with a lot of confidence. Leave that alone.
Did you think you could beat...
See that? Look at his daughter, man. See, that's why you need a father, man. You see, at that very moment, that father instilled so much confidence within her. She know how to react in this situation in life, man. But look how she was smiling when her father was getting, look, man, she with the shits. See, you don't know my dad. You don't know my dad. Look at
black
this.
Kid, and let her be a kid. She done answered it with a lot of confidence. Leave that alone.
Look, that's why you need your father, man. He checked that nigga, man. He checked that nigga about his daughter, man. Talking about F I don't fuck Father's Day. Man, look. And that's why your life is shattered. That's why your life is shattered. Let me get this. Let's get this. Exodus 20:12, honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Right? So if you don't honor your father and your mother, the Lord gonna cut your life short. A lot of y'all, you alive, but you dead. You know? You alive, but you dead. And the Lord he's cutting your life short, man. You know? In different type of ways, he's cutting your happiness short. He cutting your health short. See, the Lord God is a terrible God. He don't play about dishonoring your parents, man. Dishonoring your father, your grandfather, your mother, your grandmother. The Lord don't play with that. He not playing with no wicked ass children. Bring this out. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor thy father and mother, which is the first command with promise. See, that's the first commandment with a promise. It came with something else. This different than a lot of the other commandments. Not only look, man, the Lord said, look, if you dishonor your father and your mother, I promise that your life gonna be fucked up. I promise you that. I'm not saying that it may happen. It gonna come later. It's gonna come sometime in the future. No, the Lord promised, look, man, dishonor your father. Dishonor your father while I'm watching, while the angels watching. Dishonor your mother. And I'm gonna fuck your world up. And a lot of y'all, you don't want to hear this truth. So you say, oh, well, listen to all this cussing. But look, The truth is the truth. You know who didn't cuss? Benny Hinn. Benny Hinn didn't cuss, man. But guess what? Guess what he did? He stole and he lied. He stole millions upon millions and millions of dollars from the people. You know who else didn't cuss? Joel Osteen. He didn't cuss. But he lied and he stole. This nigga stole so much money, he forgot he hid $250,000 in the bathroom wall. How much money you smuggling, nigga? I mean, I know where I lost my $5 at. I know where it's at. It's in my one pocket, pants pocket. I sat by the door. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know where that $5 is. This nigga lost $250,000 and forgot where he put it. But yeah, he don't cuss though. He don't cuss though. Right? What about TD Jakes, man? Have you ever been swallowed? He didn't cuss. He didn't cuss neither. Look, man, it's gonna be some F-bombs and it's gonna be some explicitives. If you can't handle that, look, you can go join TD Jakes' church or Joel Osteen or one of them. Go where your people is. Go where your heart is. But you know what's not gonna be here? It ain't gonna be no lies here. It's gonna be a whole lot of truth. And a lot of y'all just can't handle truth, so you look for excuses to bail out. But get your weak ass out of here. Honor thy father and mother, which is the first command with promise, that it may be well with thee. You got a lot of y'all got good fathers. You got good mothers that'll lay down their life for you. You just a dishonorable child, man. The sacrifices that your father made, the sacrifices that your mother done made, and you unappreciative ass little nigga, that it may be well with thee and thou mayest live long on the earth. And ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. Yeah, don't be just provoking your children like a nigga, man. Just because you having a bad day, you take it out on your kids. A lot of y'all do that, man. You having a bad day, you take it out on your children. Your son reminds you of his father. So you as his mother take it out on him. That's wicked. That's wicked. That's wicked. So I got another video.
Hey, yo. This the father of this boy right here. This boy right here. He ain't about that life. There ain't no F5, no F4s, none of that. Hey, look at this camera. Tell him you're not about that life. Hurry up. Hurry up. Look at the camera and say you're not about that life. Hurry up. You gonna make me you right in front of this camera.
Marvin,
say it. You're not about that life. Hurry up. No, I have to post a video of him saying that he's not about that life. Put it up there. Now. This is you did this to yourself. Do it.
I'm not about that life.
What? Yeah, it's embarrassing.
That's right, man. He love his son. You not about that life, nigga. You're not about that life. I'm gonna save your life. You not a YN. Get your monkey ass in the room. Clean that filthy ass room up. And take all that shit down off you got on the internet. See, save this son life. Say this, son. You know who can't do that? You know who can't make him do that? A woman. A woman. I got to the point where my mom, she used to try to whoop me, man. That shit didn't hurt. It wasn't shit she could do with me, man. One shit she can do with me. It get to a point that little man start hitting 15 and 16 and his muscles start building up. He gets some bass in his voice. He towering over your little ass. He towering over you as a woman. Ain't shit you can do. Ain't nothing you can do with him. And you know what he looking for? He looking for strength. He looking for strength. And you know what the streets gonna teach him strength is? Gangs, man. That's what the toughest nigga out. He looking for the toughest nigga because he out there searching for his father, man. He looking for strength. He gonna find that out there, man. The nigga making all the money. The nigga with all the guns. The nigga that talk the loudest. The nigga that's well respected. That's gonna be his father figure, man. But you know who gonna keep him from that? His father. No, I'm the toughest nigga in this bad boy. I'm going to show you that them niggas in the streets is weak. They was fatherless, man. And they going to end up dead or in the prison. What you mean, fuck Father's Day? Fuck my dad. Man, you're stupid. You stupid, man. Dishonoring your father, you dishonor the Most High. That's what you doing. Let me get this. Matter of fact, this is 1 Corinthians 11:3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Yahweh Shai. And the head of every woman is man. So when you dishonor your father, you dishonor Yahweh Shai, you dishonor the order. When you dishonor that man, your father, your husband, you're directly and indirectly disrespecting the Son of God. And in disrespecting the Son of God, you're indirectly, and blatantly disrespecting the Most High. That's why he said, I would have you know. Did you know that? That the head of every man is Yahweh Shai. I'm married to Jesus. I don't need no man. Man, you know how much I heard that when I was growing up, you know, and I didn't know what I knew now, I didn't know why the women were saying it. I don't need no man. I'm married to, man, Jesus wouldn't marry your wicked ass. You'll give Yahweh Shai a headache. You would be nagging him. Or he'd get away from you. Or he just wouldn't marry you. And that's why you by yourself. If Yahweh Shai was your head, you know what he would do? He'd make sure you had a husband. You know? He would make sure you had a man, a godly man in your life to direct you, whether a father, an elder, a leader, a husband, that's going to lead you in the right way. But you say, you know, I don't need no man. You know, these young ladies that grow up saying F they father, they gonna become old saying I don't need a man. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Yahweh Shai, and the head of woman is the man. You hear that? The head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God. See? So that's a divine order. That's a divine order, and I didn't make it that way, and I'm not mad at it. I respect order, because I understand order. I understand you need fathers and mothers. You need children, right? You need Yahweh Shai. I'm following Yahweh Shai. Every godly man, you know what he gonna have? He gonna have that Bible. So if you following a man without a Bible, you following a nigga that he don't carry Bibles. He carry handguns. He carry Mac 11s and always got a 50 pack. That's what he carry. So if you don't follow a man that always got this Bible, you should. That's I feel sorry for you. You know? But I had a lot to say about this. This really should be like an open discussion. Because I know a lot of people that's hurt, you know, you hurt by your father. You know, it's a lot of women that still hurt, and that you need to call your dad. Sirach 3:1. Hear me, your father, O children, and do thereafter, that ye may be safe. For the Lord hath given the father honor over the children, and have confirmed the authority of the mother over the sons. Whosoever honor his father make an atonement for his sins. See? So the Lord will give you grace just for the respect that you have for your father. You know? It says that whoso honoreth his father maketh an atonement for his sins, and he that honoreth his mother is as one that layeth up treasure. See? So you don't know the dynamics of honoring your father and mother and your Most High smiling down upon you. And you dishonoring your father and your mother and the Most High. Amen. He turning away his face from you. You know? But I sense, you know, that it's a lot of women you need to forgive your father and talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Hear his side. And even a lot of you young brothers, man, you mad at your father for what you went through. I know grown man. I know grown man right now that's still blaming their mother for their life, man. You know, blaming your mother for you grown as hell, and you blaming your mother for your life. No, man, take accountability. But yeah, call your father, man. Call your father and talk to him and forgive him. Call your father and tell him, just forgive him. A lot of y'all you gonna do better in life. You call your father, man. You get that heaviness off your chest, man. A lot of you living with unforgiveness because you still mad at your dad about some shit that y'all never even discussed. You never even heard his side. You never gave him a fair chance. Hear his side, Hear his side. You know what I mean? Give him a chance. Tell him, sit down and say, Dad, look, I heard everybody else's side, but except for yours. Tell me your story. And sit down and listen. You're going to learn something, man. You're going to learn your dad, man. For the most part, he a stand-up guy. You're going to learn about how much shit he been through. You know what I'm saying? Your dad been through a lot. My dad been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? Your fathers have been a target. Your fathers have been hunted by the apex predator, man. But with that, I say shalom.